Hey everybody, Carbre Rob. I'm Ray.
I'm Rob.
Today we're giving you our before and after reactions for the Thor RAGNAROK trailer. All right, Rob, so I'm really interested to see this.
For sure.
We kind of have differing views on the Thor franchise. I liked the first one more.
I like the second one more.
But needless to say, I don't think either of the movies stand on very high ground in regards to the giant Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, no, I agree. They're kind of
they're
kind of weakest link in the chain right now. Not terribly surprising. I've said this in other videos. The Thor character is a little hard to connect with.
Sure.
You know, we take these mythical, very costume oriented, characters,
Larger than life, yeah.
right? Gods, and you bring them to Earth. It can get cheesy fast.
Yeah, you try and ground them too much, and it's not as fun as it could be.
Right, and I think that's kind of what happened with the first Thor movie. I think they combated that in the second with making it less on Earth.
Yeah,
I wouldn't necessarily say either one of them were
right. No, yeah,
but as far as this third one goes, I hear they're making it even less on Earth. So I think that's
which is good. Like, take the reins off. Put them in their element. Put them in his element, and let's see them be fun. And I think that's what they're trying to do here. I think they felt that too, because Kevin Feige has come out and said he feels like this movie is more like the start of a new franchise than it is the third movie in a franchise, and that's kind of exciting that they're putting that new spin on it now.
Sure, as we said, we need it, and Taika Waititi is taking over directing, and that's it's an interesting choice. No action experience whatsoever, unless Flight of the Conchords is gonna do an action movie sometime soon. But but it could bring a lot of fun, which this franchise could use.
Yeah, and we've gotten some snippets of what Taika's going to try and do. We've seen like the after credit scene at the end of Doctor Strange. Sure. He directed that. We've seen the mockumentaries with Thor, like where Thor was during Civil War stuff at Comic-Con, and part 2 is at the Doctor Strange DVD. So I definitely feel like there's a funner element they're starting to bring back, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with some of these other characters winding down. It's like, is Thor going to be one of those as well, or are they going to try to do something to kind of rejuvenate him? So I think Ragnarok's going to be telling on that.
This is interesting, because if this works, it'd make you think that there would be another Thor movie, because they are kind of starting it over, where the other movies that have been more successful, you definitely feel like those are probably wound down. Yeah. Iron Man's wound down. Captain America feels wound down. Let's check this out and see
let's see where
maybe this is wound down. We'll check it out.
Now I know what you're thinking. How did this happen? Well, it's a long story.
So dead.
Asgard is dead.
Hi there. What have you brought you today? Tell me.
A contender.
It's main event time. And now, I give you your incredible...
What? We know each other. He's a friend from work. Friend from work. Come on.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Man, they've got the let out.
The let out.
That was a fun trailer.
Definitely big change from, in my opinion, from the Thor: The Dark World feels different, looks great.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Feige was absolutely on point with his comments. This does not, this could easily restart the Thor franchise, get it back on its on all four wheels, and going 65 miles an hour.
And so it's kind of cool. Like we're getting this. I don't know if this is their outer space color palette, or like this is how they're portraying outer space, or this is Marvel's outer space. But you can definitely feel like something that you saw in Guardians, like just with the bright colors and of course, all the different species of aliens and stuff. But I mean, I don't know. I like it. I just like how it looks.
Yeah, they paced the trailer really well. The action sequences are there. You can tell there's still going to be a very serious side to this movie.
Sure.
But ending on that joke with Thor and Hulk. I mean, if this is what Taika's bringing to the table, I mean, Marvel did a great job picking him.
Yeah, they found a guy who had a vision and looks like he's executing it right now.
Yeah.
Man, that music was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, this could just be the feel of the teaser trailer. You could see something
Suicide
different.
Squad did that to us.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping that's not going to be the case. But from what I'm seeing right now, if they can capture that tone from this trailer, then they've got something.
And this really felt like a teaser. Like I don't feel like we know too much about this story. I mean, we heard one joke in the whole trailer. We got introduced to a couple characters. But on that, I mean, nice, tight, crisp, got us out and makes you want to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one of the first people we were introduced here was Hela, played by Cate Blanchett.
Yeah.
And she looks badass.
Yeah, pretty fantastic. I mean, she's badass just in her own right. She's a fantastic actress. I'd watch her in just about anything. She's one of my favorites. So to see her in this type of role really kind of blew my mind a little bit. I almost didn't even recognize her. First shot in the pan, I didn't recognize her.
Yeah, that shot of her with that big headdress, the music was like screaming in. I'm like, well, they've already solidified her as a powerful villain, and I'm ready to like watch her kick Thor's butt.
Yeah, and she could really be a very great villain for this franchise. I mean, because that's kind of where this franchise in particular has fallen kind of flat, except for Loki.
Yeah,
and then Loki becomes the crutch, and I always hate that in some of those, in the franchises where it's like, oh, we find that one villain that works, so we just find a different way to work that villain in over and over and over again. And obviously Loki's going to be in there, we saw.
Sure.
But
he's more than a villain because he's his brother.
Right, exactly. So I mean, he's going to be there for that reason. But it's really nice to see them possibly cultivate somebody new that maybe could, go on into other movies as well. Yeah,
because there's rumors that she might pop up in Infinity War as like, because Thanos has a relationship with Death. Hela in the universe is like the Guardian of Hell, Hel. And so it's cool though. You got Cate Blanchett, use her in more than one movie, make her work and keep using her because she's such a great actor. I kind of mentioned Loki, and we saw him in a couple of shots. I think it's interesting because I don't know, which I guess is the point of Loki, but I really don't know what he's doing. What side is he on? Kind of looks like he's fighting some Asgardians in that first clip where he's flipping the knives, which kind of looked cool. Yeah. He's sitting next to the Grand Master, which would make you think he's Jeff Goldblum, which makes you think he's opposed to Thor in that part. Yeah. So, really interesting. That's Loki's whole game, is never knowing what side he's on. It looks like they're keeping true to that. Yeah, absolutely. And he's a fun villain. He is. He does work, as I mentioned, and so it's completely understandable for them to keep going back to him. Sure. But I do like that aspect of him where you don't know where he falls. Sometimes he can be a good guy. Sometimes he can be a bad guy. It just kind of depends on the situation. So whatever works out best for him. Right, exactly. So, seeing how that plays out in this, I think will be, pretty interesting. And Jeff Goldblum, you mentioned it. I gotta say it, Jeff Goldblum, so excited. Yeah, and he's playing like the Grand Master, who's supposed to be like an elder of the universe, just like the Collector, Benicio del Toro from Guardians of the Galaxy. And that, it'd be really cool if those guys act together. Oh man, they're so amazing. But yeah, I guess so. He's he's running this Coliseum type thing, pitting together Hulk and Thor, and making Thor go against Hulk and then take him down, do his stuff. Yeah, no, I'm hoping they're gonna let Goldblum be Goldblum. I know it's kind of weird, to kind of bring that specific kind of character into the Marvel universe, but I'm bring in Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, you gotta know Jeff what you're getting. Yeah, exactly. So I have him. Kurt Russell's now in the Marvel universe. I mean, all these guys that have just kind of been in my solar system of movies throughout my life is starting to creep up in their older years. It's just so exciting. It's so much fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he brings to this movie. Definitely. And we also saw working with Jeff Goldblum is the character of Valkyrie, who I don't know if she's going to be the love interest or the female lead of the movie, though.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're kind of getting away from Natalie Portman. I knew she wasn't going to be in it. I had read that a long time ago. And I'll be curious to see how they handle that. I mean, if they're doing this hard break, really trying to do something new and restart the franchise, it makes sense for them to kind of leave her behind a little bit. But I'll be curious as to if they will acknowledge that, how they'll acknowledge it.
It feels like she's a better choice in some ways because with the movie taking place in outer space, this Valkyrie character can have more, she's got more interactions with outer space. She can actually go on a journey because, we kind of see a shot of her. It looks like Hela is fighting the Valkyrie. She looks like she's falling from in the air. So I can see her being I don't know. She ended up somehow working with the Grandmaster, and then she's going to probably have to go through this this rite of passage or to earn her whatever back to get back to Asgard. Or how I can just see her going on a character arc that there's no way Jane Foster, Natalie Portman could do that in outer space because she'd have no relevance there.
Right, exactly. And, it kind of breaks him away from Earth.
Yeah.
They've mentioned her in other films, Age of Ultron, other appearances he's made, talking about her. So I can't imagine that they'll just completely disregard her now and just say, act like she doesn't exist. But again, we'll see how they handle that. And I mean, it'll if they use it as kind of a story arc for him, I could see them doing that. I think that'd be pretty beneficial. But I also definitely see the reason that, kind of getting away from that and getting into this Valkyrie character. So, Ray, do you ever have that work friend that you just kind of run into in the middle of an arena that you're getting ready to have to fight?
Not quite like that.
I mean, apparently Thor does.
That was obviously the line of the trailer.
For sure.
And I think that was a great way to show the tone, because you've never seen Thor or Chris Hemsworth's portrayal of Thor be that candid.
No.
Yeah.
No, yeah. And I think, again, it shows the fun. I know everybody's excited to see Hulk. I know I am.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm super bummed that we're not really going to get a solo Hulk movie anytime in the near future. I think now, with Mark Ruffalo and the Bruce Banner character, I think they could really do an amazing Hulk movie now. But, that's fine. We'll take him where we can get him. So, we'll get him here in Ragnarok and we'll get him in Infinity War. So.
Yeah. And one thing that I heard Taika say before is he didn't want to make a Thor movie unless he thought Thor could be the most interesting character in the movie.
Sure.
So with Loki, kind of a lot of people became big Loki fans.
Yeah.
You have Hela in here, now you have Hulk. It's going to be a task to make Thor the most interesting character in the movie. And if that's a challenge that he wanted to make the movie, and of course he did make the movie, so he thinks he accomplished that, I think that sets up really well for just a great story overall.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, there's some visual stuff, obviously, the cutting of the hair and stuff like that. It's kind of like shedding this previous look of the Thor character, really kind of starting it anew and adding depth, I'm sure. Like, I brought up with the Jane Foster thing, I'm sure they'll do some of that type of thing, to kind of add to that. And I'm hoping that Taika really nailed it, because everything from this teaser makes me really excited to watch it.
And they're describing this as a buddy road trip movie, so apparently they're going to be visiting a couple different planets, I would imagine. They're going to be together, and it's going to be interesting if this is the formula that Marvel's going to try to bring to other characters, because you got to find a way to get all these guys. They're only releasing 3 movies a year, not 10.
Yeah.
So pair some up, you kind of get you kind of knock out their sequels that way. Could be an interesting formula for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. It's smart, it's economical, and I think it's working so far. All right, we've seen the trailer, we've talked about it. Now it's time to rate it. Where are you at? Midnight it, stream it, or forget it?
I'm going to midnight it.
All right.
I probably would have midnighted it if it looked like poop, and I don't think it does.
No,
not poop
at all. Not
but I'm going to midnight it still.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. This looks like a lot of fun. I think not that they've in any way ripped off Guardians, but I think they've captured that fun that Guardians had, which makes me really excited to see it. More excited than I've been for any other Thor movie. Yeah. I'm midnighting it with you.
They let the reins off, it looks like, so let's see where we go.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody. It's time to let us know what you think about the Thor Ragnarok trailer. Was Taika Waititi the right guy for the job? Let us know in the comments below.
Then hit the like and subscribe button so you can catch our next video.
Until then, this is Car Ray Rob.
I'm Ray.
I'm Rob. And I think I just had an apostrophe.
I think you mean an epiphany.
Lightning has just struck my brain.
That must have hurt.